Hello, let me show you the controls of the BMW F850GS. This is a 2019 model with the analog display. It is a keyless bike. You keep the fob in your pocket so far. There is a key inside for the cases and to access under the seat. But to switch on the bike, you just have to keep the key in your pocket. Okay. And you just press here to switch on the bike. So let's start on the left side. You have this button here under your finger. You pull this to flash and you push it forward for high beam. Okay, it shows here. This is the cruise control. So to switch the cruise control on, you push this button to the right and you ride, let's say, at 90 kilometers per hour. You set the speed. You can then accelerate or slow down. If you pull the clutch, brakes, or if you push back the throttle like this, it stops cruising and you can resume pulling the lever like this. And you can also switch it off like this. Okay? This button is for the LED daylight. So when it shows the little A here, that means the daylight is on and it automatically switches to the main light when it gets dark. Whatever the daylight is on or off, there's still always something on in the front of the bike. Okay, hazards, nothing much to say here. Now the menu button, you can press up and down. When you press up, it's the upper line of the dashboard that you change the information on the upper line. This is the odometer, trip 1, trip 2, trip A. Trip A automatically resets every day, and if you want to reset trip 1, you just press and hold the button and you reset. Okay? Now, when you press down, it's the lower line of the dashboard that you change. This is a riding time, the date, range, fuel consumption. Same thing if you want to reset one of the two fuel consumption, you press and hold. And this is the current fuel consumption. It says liters per hour when the bike is stopped, but it will display the fuel consumption in liters per 100 kilometers when the bike is moving. Outside temperature, engine temperature, average speed, and the tire pressure. Tire pressure will display when the bike is running. And you have the battery voltage. Okay? ABS and traction control. These two lights are flashing now because it will stop flashing after a few meters when the sensors will be checked. Okay? So this button is to turn the traction control and ABS off. So I don't suggest you do that. This button is for the suspension. During the ride, you can change the setting of the dampers to road or dynamic. So the dampers will be stiffer on the dynamic setting. And here you can display the preload, and you can change the preload of the bike when you press and hold the button like this. So it changes. There are 3 different settings for one person with luggage, and 2 persons on the bike. Okay, so it flashes until the bike has to run to be able to do the adjustment of the suspension. Okay, turn signal now. Right, left, push to cancel, nothing much to say about that. It also cancels by itself after a while. Here you have the horn. Okay, right side now. This button is for the heated grips. Shows here. 3 different settings, okay, and off. This button is for the engine mode. Two engine modes, rain or road. The throttle will be smoother on the rain setting. To kill the engine, you press this button up. You press down to start, no need to accelerate, just press and hold until the engine starts. Okay. So, as I have said already, you switch the bike off with this button. If you want to lock the steering, you use the same button and you press and hold after you have turned the wheel bar to the left. Okay, so now it's locked. To unlock, you just press and you press again to switch the bike on. The fuel cap now is keyless as well. I cannot open it now because the bike is on. So switch the bike off first and then you are able to open the fuel cap. You can put unleaded 95 or 98. Okay. Let's talk about the cases now. Important, when you leave the bike, you should lock the cases. Otherwise, someone who knows how can take the cases off the bike and go away. So now they are locked. You put the key in that position to be able to lift the handle and press down the yellow button. Okay. There is a lever here. You can expand the case. These are the BMW Vario cases. So you can have 5 extra centimeters of depth. So you can put a helmet on the left case that is on the other side of the exhaust pipe. To take the case off the bike, you pull this lever like this. It unlocks this one. You lift and you just have to take the case off. Very easy. 3 points to attach the case on the bike. 1, 2, and 3 here. When you put the case back on the bike, you start with the bottom one first, and then you line up with the other 2. Make sure the case is fully down, and then you can push back the 2 red levers. Make sure this lever is fully down. That means the case is properly secured on the bike. Let's have a look under the seat. So the lock is on the left side of the bike. So you lift the front of the seat. So here you have a few tools and a high visibility jacket in case you have to stop on the side of the road. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. I think I have not forgotten anything. If you have any questions, of course, you are welcome to call me. You have my mobile phone on the contract. Thank you very much and enjoy your trip. Bye.